In 1919, a predator wrote a letter to a newspaper giving an entire city a choice. Play jazz music in your home tonight, or face the consequences. Every dance hall in New Orleans filled beyond capacity. Hundreds of private homes threw open their windows and played music until dawn. No one was attacked that night, and the man who orchestrated it was never identified. This is the story of the Axeman of New Orleans. The attacks began on May 23, 1918. Joseph and Catherine Maggio were found in their home, struck with an axe taken from their own property. A panel on the back door had been carefully chiseled free, not forced, not broken, removed precisely, as if someone had rehearsed the motion before ever arriving at that door. That detail would repeat across every attack that followed. Over the next 18 months, the Axeman struck at least 12 times across New Orleans and the surrounding communities. 6 people lost their lives. The victims had almost nothing in common except one thing. Most were Italian-American grocers, attacked in their homes while they slept. The weapon was always taken from inside the house. The entry point was always a chiseled door panel. The attacker was never seen clearly enough to be described. The New Orleans Police Department was overwhelmed. Dozens of suspects were brought in and released. The attacks had no consistent timing, no geographic pattern, no predictable escalation. The Axeman operated outside the logic that investigators use to track people like him. Every time they thought they understood the pattern, he broke it. Every time they got close to a suspect, the evidence dissolved. The city was scared in the specific, exhausting way that people get scared when a threat feels both completely real and completely outside their control. And then, on March the 13th, 1919, a letter arrived at the offices of the Times-Picayune newspaper. It was addressed to the people of New Orleans. It opened with the line, "They have never caught me, and they never will." It described the writer as not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. And then, near the end, it made a proposition. At 15 minutes past midnight on the coming Tuesday night, the writer would pass over New Orleans. Anyone in whose home a jazz band was playing at that hour would be spared. Every dance hall in the city filled beyond capacity that night. Private homes threw open their doors. A local songwriter rushed out sheet music called The Mysterious Axeman's Jazz and sold thousands of copies within days. The city played music until dawn because a predator had told them to, and not a single person was willing to find out what happened if they didn't. No one was attacked that night. Writing to the press is an act of control. It means the violence itself is no longer enough. The predator needs an audience, needs the city to know them, fear them, and respond to them on their terms. The Axeman didn't just want to cause harm. He wanted to demonstrate that he was untouchable. And on the night of March 19, 1919, he proved it. Not by striking, but by making an entire city obey him without leaving his house. That level of psychological reach is extraordinarily rare. Most predators avoid attention because attention is what gets them caught. The Axeman deliberately invited the spotlight and used it to show the city exactly where the power sat. It wasn't with the police. It wasn't with the mayor. It was with him. The attacks stopped in October 1919. No arrest, no explanation, no final letter. 3 theories have persisted in the centuries since. The first is that he passed away, an illness or accident that ended things without record or notice. The second is that he left New Orleans entirely, moved on, and possibly continued elsewhere under a different pattern that was never traced back to the same hand. The third theory is the one historians have quietly returned to for decades, that the Axeman was someone embedded inside the Italian-American community itself. Someone who knew his victims personally. Someone who used the appearance of random, unpredictable attacks to conceal what may have actually been targeted, motivated crimes hidden inside the chaos. If that third theory is correct, the letter wasn't bravado. It was misdirection, a performance designed to make the city and the investigators look in every direction except the right one. The most unsettling part of this case isn't the attacks. It's what the letter reveals about how this person thought. He understood something about human psychology that most people still underestimate. Fear, when given a choice, becomes compliance. He didn't threaten the city into panic. He gave them a way to feel safe and watch them take it. Every lit window, every jazz record playing through the night was not a victory for the city. It was proof that he was in control. He wrote in that letter, "They have never caught me and they never will." He was right.